Welcome to Takshashila Gurukul channel. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe immediately, press the bell button and write your comments and feedback. Share with your friends as much as possible. We provide online Kundalini Raja Yoga initiation and Kundali activation in 6 months.
31. Gunatraya indication. In order to determine the Gunatraya, the group of Srutis who described the three qualities told Shanmukha in the Sangha, Mukkanna told Shanmukha to agree with the group of Srutis on the determination of the three qualities of Sattva, Raja, and Tama. Shanmukha asked, Dayanidhiya, the Vedas read that the visible world is three quality. Is this true? Parasiva, who is three quality and devoid of qualities, said, Tinaina, it is true that the world beings are three quality. To those who see with wisdom, the world that appears in waking dreams and hides in sleep seems to be a myth or an imaginary world. To the ignorant, this world seems to be true. Kartikeya himself, from the sounds of Om, A, U, and M, these three qualities, Sattva, Raja, and Tama, were born. The three qualities appeared in 9 forms, like 3 parts in one. The universe seems to be colorfully colored because infinite qualities are born from these 9 qualities. The Sattva Rajatama qualities, born from Om Pranava, shine in nature and play in 3 forms for a time, today, in the past, and in the future. Nature itself, which is in the shelter of man, is Maya, and together with the 3 qualities, the world is created. 4. The 3 qualities of goodness. When someone does not have it, he laughs and takes away his own wealth, does not cry, does not talk to the common people, and enjoys his own destiny with joy. Pride, arrogance, haughtiness, a little kindness, hostility, and the desire for action, the destruction of the wicked and the maintenance of the virtuous, are the dharma of the Rajaguna. Lust, anger, cruelty, sleeplessness, ignorance, slander, overeating, betrayal of one's own self, and theft are the dharma of the Tamagoga. Pure Sattvic is one of the 3 gunas. Similarly, Rajas and Tamas are 3 gunas each, so now I will explain the characteristics of the 9 gunas in total. 1. Pure Sattvic, remembering Brahman daily, practicing the 8 yogas of Yama, and wearing the Supreme Soul as if the intellect were moving, this is the dharma of the pure Sattvic guna. 2. Sattvic Rajasa, performing sacrifices and gains, seeking heaven, performing meditation with pride, worshipping the mind and austerities of lust are Sattvic Rajasa. 3. Sometimes acting like a wise person and sometimes like an ignorant person. Sometimes respecting the qualities. Sometimes being like a Sulikomba is Sattvic Tamasaguna. 4. Kidnapping other people's money and human beings and boasting that he is very powerful. This is pure Rajasa. 5. Sometimes accepting others in trade such as food and money, sometimes rejecting them and acting with dual tendencies such as sacrifice indulgence, punishment protection, etc., is Rajasa Sattvic. 6. Inflated with pride, boasting that he is superior to all in the midst of money. When 4 people gather and are in the throes of feasting and enjoyment, this is Rajasa Tamasaguna. 7. He who gathers with foolish people and plays sinful games, he who breaks someone's neck with his cunning, commits theft and violence, and keeps a little of himself, is pure darkness. 8. He who acts as if he has not done harm to others, he who speaks righteously to others and is unrighteous, he who speaks softly but has poison in his mind, this is the Tamas Sattvic. 9. What shall I say about the rascal who eats like a raven and does not get fat, does not bow to the nobles, and spends day and night playing with the women's nest and speaks clever words? O son, that is the Tamas of passion. 16. The 3 true knowledges from the 3 qualities. 1. In all the worlds of names and forms, I alone am the true Supreme Soul, all appearances of falsehood, is the true knowledge. 2. Pure knowledge is the knowledge that even if one accidentally realizes that the pure thing is present in various beings, that it appears in various forms under the veil of illusion, that pure thing is different, that one is different is the knowledge of the king. 3. Listen, wise man, if the body is present in all bodies, then one suffers that the soul has died, and believes that what is said in the Charvakamata is true. Such knowledge without other meaning is called tamasic knowledge. 19. The 3 attitudes, 3 donations, and 3 sacrifices of the true knowledge are Listen to the three qualities: the body, the soul, the mind, and the senses are never shaken, and the true knowledge is the practice of strengthening them with courage. To serve the ends of the world, namely, desire and salvation, with devotion, without being distracted, is the state of Rajasadhriti, O Devi. To collect and retain the demonic qualities of fear, sorrow, sleep, and regret, without throwing them away, is the state of Tamasadhriti. To do good to those who do not do good to you, to give charity at home, in the fields, on the banks of rivers, with a mind of peace and devotion, is considered as Sattvic charity. O cave, to perform a sacrifice with the intention of attaining the bliss of all those who satisfy one's desires, and to perform actions with the hope of attaining the titles of a minister of the state, etc., is considered as Rajasadhriti. Their wealth was theirs, and the gift of the good is to gather all the people who are seen as a group of paper, without knowing any meritorious gift, and to bring them to them, which is the gift of the evil. 25. Tane. Now ask about the three sacrifices: abandoning lustful actions, being pure, free from pride, always contemplating Brahman, and knowing that everything is a self-created soul, and being happy. This is called the Sattvic sacrifice. Abandoning egotism, self-love, and all actions, including the body, as true and false, and abandoning auspicious actions as sins, one becomes truly the true and blissful soul with true devotion. Sattvic sacrifice does not result in self-knowledge for the Rajasic state that is doubtful in the knowledge of the Guru. He abandons his daily and regular actions, saying, "How much trouble is action?" Thus, being corrupted in the dual loyalty of knowledge and action, and ruining the noble human birth for the sake of others is royal renunciation. O son of Parvati, what is there in actions? I alone am liberated, scolding the wise who have abandoned all actions, saying, death is liberation, and giving up the body with pleasure is the renunciation of the Charvaka sect. 29. Three penances. In the cave, in the mode of Sattva, there are three penances: the body, the mind and the mind. Serving the elders, the wise, and the aged with one's pure deeds, and punishing the body with joy, with a kind glance, is physical penance. If one does not speak harsh words to anyone, but speaks softly and lovingly to others, and hears harsh words, then one should say, Shiva Ship, in one's mind, and cook the fire of truth and feed it to others, and one should say, Utsa, that is, the continuous flow of philosophical knowledge, and be happy with what one has. When one has the qualities of wisdom, self-control, restraint, and concentration in one's mind, that is the measure of austerity. Now, ask about the austerities found in the modes of Rajas and Tamo. The austerity that is done with arrogance and false devotion, thinking, the world should honor and treat you as great and glorious, combined with harshness, is called Rajas austerity. To cause pain to others by stealing their wealth, land, and jewels for the sake of the belly, and to punish one's body with pride, eagerness for work, and diseases for the sake of pleasure, is considered as tamasic penance. After Sattvic penance, the last two penances are considered as the supreme sin. 35. Three actions: to be firmly content in the mind, not to worry about things, to know happiness and sorrow is equal, to abandon ego in the mind of lordship and to do only good deeds. O Shanmukha, this is Sattvic action. If one foolishly performs sacrifices and acts in order to obtain great desires, great fruits, and great wealth, and wanders between heaven and hell like one who has gained too much, that is royal action. To vow to God for the welfare of oneself and one's wife and children, and to wish only harm to others, is a tamasic action. 38. The threefold intellect. In the actions of inclination, cessation, and action, one knows both action and inaction, and says, this is a bond, this is a bondless one, this is stable, this is unstable, and this is a tree, this is awareness. This is the Sattvic intellect. This is the action of lust. He who does not know the difference between good and evil, and does not know whether this is right or wrong, is a Rajasic intellect, and the Buddha, the house of earth, calls him an ignorant person. O cave, he who does not examine the truth, and calls it falsehood, is the truth. Again, he forgets himself and calls it something else, i.e., the feeling that one is one's own body, and that all visible objects are different from oneself. Know that this is the tamasic intellect. 41. Yajnatraya. Without desire for results, one will perform it with a mind that is free from the desire to be happy. That which one performs day by day, immersed in pleasure, is Sattvic. One who imagines some action in his mind, thinking that he is very powerful, and who performs it with arrogance, giving food and dakshina to the earth gods, is called a royal yajna. Without the rules of mantra, rite, time, etc., dakshina is called a tamasic yajna, which is performed without any prior knowledge, without devotion, with many worries in mind. 44. Gunatraya. One should be liberated, one should be keen on meditation, one should see Brahman with wisdom. One should call everything Shiva, one should be devoted, one should become supremely detached, and one should not listen to the wiles of the wicked. This is the Sattvic mind. One should attain the kingdom in the hereafter, one should dispute with the subjects, one should be prepared and join the heavenly kingdom. One should cut off the wicked, one should be wise in yoga. This is what the Rajasama wants. One should cut off the sack of one, strip the wealth of another, one should spoil the marital happiness of others and cheat, one should insult the virtuous, one should think that one is human no matter what. 47. Sukhatraya. Although the Japatapadis seem like poison at first, in the end they are nectar. Sattvic happiness is that which is like nectar. Rajasic happiness is that which first appears as nectar in the assembly of the senses, but in the end becomes poison. Tamasic happiness is that which is momentary and is bound by sleeplessness, laziness, other people's troubles, negligence, poverty, shame, shameless pride and dullness. Sattvic foods, soft and sweet, sweet and sour, rice, ghee, milk and fruits, dishes that are not too hot and not too cold are considered Sattvic food. Rajasic food is the excessive consumption of very hot, very spicy, salty, sour and bitter foods, whether one is sick or healthy. Tamasic food is the eating of stale, waterless, tasteless, cold, sour and moldy impure foods with love. 53. Brahmanadi 4 Dhammas, Senaniya. The Sattvic people pray to God. The Rajas pray to the demons and the Tamas pray to the demonic hordes. Of these three, only the Sattvics can attain the supreme goal. The duties of a Brahman are to practice these duties with a ready mind, peace, quiet, worship of the gods, penance, purity, knowledge, good deeds, and constant study of the Vedas. The duties of a Kshatriya are to practice bravery, charity, strength, purity, kindness to the dead, to be victorious in battle, to enjoy great wealth continuously, and to be praised as being of incomparable valor. The duties of a Vaishya are to protect cows, to engage in agricultural activities, to trade and earn profits, and to worship the gods with a pure heart. The duties of a Brahman are to practice the Vedas without studying the Vrit Shastra, and to act as a subordinate to the Kshatriyas. The Vedas can be taught by Brahmans as Kshatriyas. A Vaishya is fit to read and listen to the Vedas. Shudras, who follow a path other than the path, should not read the Vedas themselves, for they may commit sin. 59. One Brahman, many names. Before creation, there was only one formless Brahman. Then, before the time of creation, by the imagination of Ajana, Brahmans, Srutis, Yajna and Yagya and other good deeds were born. These are called by the name Sattvic Brahman. Listen, O warrior, Brahmans who know Brahman and do only good deeds are considered to be pious men. I am not the breath of the ghost within me. Those who punish the body, senses and actions, saying, I am the soul within me, and foolishly follow penance are considered to be demons. Arrogance, conceit, lust, anxiety for others, dull desire for subjects, lack of knowledge of scriptures, without suspecting the great austerity of the day and night. The austerity of the day and night, to do it without thinking is like a demonic austerity. 63. Kanda. I have told you the description of the three qualities in verse. These three qualities, meeting one another, fill the entire universe and bind the living beings. How great is the three-graded world! It seems like the truth to the unthinking. Some call this world a waste of sight, to the well-thinking person, the feeling that the world is impermanent. Some call everything that is born and appears the pleasures of the Supreme Lord, while others call the whole world a luminous world. Some call the world a mere scene, some call it a plane, some call it a mere appearance, but there is only one Brahman. For those who know, the truth is one, the self is one, and liberation is one. 65. If one speaks of this matter to one who betrays the Lord, to one who is eager for the fruits of lustful deeds, to one who belittles everyone and thinks himself superior, to one who performs miracles and snatches the wealth of the earth from others, it is a sin. While Sambhashiva was thus joyfully speaking about the Supreme Being, Shanmukha, hearing it with joy, fell at the feet of Shiva. Saying, Harane Sadveshwaranu, he meditated on the Guru, the Supreme Being, in the fullness of bliss. 68.